Hilchas Tzitzis, we'll actually do a little bit of a demonstration. We have a Tallis here with us today, as we're talking about making the bracha over lasiyasan. So we'll just do it with the Tallis in a moment. But just to pick up from yesterday we spoke about the fact that when you borrow someone's a Tallis, and we spoke about if you use a shul Tallis for an aliyah, you don't make a bracha due to the suffix. However, someone pointed out afterwards beautifully, if you borrow a shul Tallis to wear, to daven with, then you could, yes, make a bracha on it. So shul talis to daven, we do make a bracha, says Rosh Zalman, but other occurrences to get an aliyah, to dam for the amma, to dochening, we don't say a bracha on it. So just to put into practice what we were speaking about, and the reason why I find it necessary to do a quick demonstration is because sometimes it's one of those things you learn when you get married, and your whole life you're putting on your talis, and then it comes someone's 80 years old, and they're sitting in the back of a shul. No one here is 80, so that's my example. Sitting in the back of a shul, and they see the Rav, and they see him putting on a talis, like, wait, what's going on over here? I never did that. And maybe they're a little bashful, so another 5 years go by. At age 85, they finally go and ask. They find out, you probably could have done it a little bit better. In the words of the Chazon Ish one time saw a man with his tefillin, a little bit like this. It's supposed to be Beinei Necha, so it wasn't up here, it was like down here. And he saw someone that went over to the guy, and someone told him, you're not yotzi your tefillin that way. And the old man said, what are you talking about? I'm putting on tefillin before you were born. And he stormed off. So Chazon Ish told the person and said, that's not how you give someone, that's not how you tell someone how to do it. You tell him it'd be a little bit better if you put it a little bit higher. And then when he asks you, a little bit better? Okay. And then when you show him a little bit higher, and then you could push it back. So what we're going to say here now is, I hope, I don't think what most people are doing is you're not yotzei, and we'll explain why. But just to mention, so here's your talis, beautiful. So you take your talis out, this is not the time to make the bracha. You see people this all the time, take it out, and then they're checking, they know halacha to check your tzitzis, and then they're checking it, gavaldik, not the time. Now, another detail, there's no halacha that you need to put it over your shoulder. You do not need to put it over your shoulder. Someone had he had a shoulder injury. He had a shoulder injury, and he wanted to know, how does he put on his talis? So I was wondering, because he said, no, because he used to put on his left shoulder, and his left shoulder was injured. He said, putting it on I can handle, but there's no halacha you have to put it over your shoulder. Okay, good. It happens to be, it's sometimes easier to check your tzitzis over your shoulder, but if you see a guy that's like on the table, and he goes like this, and he puts it on, it's like, who knows what? He doesn't know how to put in a talis. That's number one. Number two, so you take the talis. So now, the time to make the bracha is not yet. You open up the talis. Now, after the talis, microphone. After the talis is here. That's very interesting. Rosh Zalman says something fascinating. This is like a chumrah. Says Rosh Zalman, if it's leaning on you, you see now it's leaning on me. Once it's leaning on you, you're yotze your mitzvah. You're wearing it. So the bracha is supposed to be made before it's on you, when it's back here. This is when you make the bracha. Now, you put it over your head. Now, it's not supposed to be like zoy, and like what just happened. You see those people, then they're like trying to find themselves. It's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be over your head, down till about your nose. About your nose. Some, they based on Ramesha's tshuva, the River of Ephraim says that, it's close to your mouth, so you give it a kiss. But again, that's not, if you didn't give it a kiss, you're a yotze. But then again, if you didn't give your kid a kiss this morning, also a yotze. But how can you not give it a kiss? So you give it a kiss. Good. Now, this is the critical part. Here we go. So now, what you shouldn't, Sephardim in the room, I apologize. Sephardim, you should leave. This can be a little bit racial. I apologize. Okay, you can watch, but we talk Ashkenazi. So let's just do what Sephardim do and what us Ashkenazim should not do. Okay, so it's down like this. So what Sephardim do is they roll it all the way up, and this is what Sephardim continue doing, and then they go like this. Did I have it right for my Sephardim? You don't cover your face. You can't breathe. That's why. Right, so that's what Sephardim do. I'm not a Sephardi, so I don't have to be held accountable. But the reason why I did that is because unfortunately, you see Ashkenazim doing that also, is they wrap it up all the way over the back, and like they're very makbid to make sure that it goes all the way over, and then they go like this. That's incorrect. This is not the right way to put in a talis. The reason is, and I'm turning around for a reason, because my back has no talis on it. And in order to put on your talis, atifa means that your back is wrapped in your talis, your body includes your back. So the right way to do it, a little warm in here, right way to do it is you want to get your back involved like this. Here you go. And now you wrap. Some people go, the Mishnah Berurah puts all four over one shoulder. Some people do two over one shoulder, two over the other shoulder. I'll tell you an interesting chumrah. So Mizalmin wants to wrap not just your shoulders, but all the way down to your backside. Now this is like a shtickle impossible. I mean, I'm going to move this so you all could see, but just to show, because he says you want to get roiv haguf, right? So you take your tallis and it's over your head. So now he wants it to go, all the way down. I have a big tallis for this purpose. All the way down like this. This is how Shlomo Zalman, apparently, I never saw him, unfortunately. This is how he did Atifa, is like this, and then a little bit over the shoulder. Now, some people want to know, but wait, Rabbi, you didn't get them all over your shoulder. If they don't all go over your shoulder, you're not yaitzi. That's not the important point. The important point is to wrap your body. So again, with all jokes aside, let's just get this nice and clear. Is you go over your head, to your nose, to your mouth. You take all four corners. You wrap your body. You get your body. You go over your shoulders too. You were supposed to pause for the amount of time to walk Dalet Amos, which is how long? Not very long. A moment or two. You say a pasuk if you want, and then you put it on. Just to mention, once we're wearing the tallis, Rav Chaim Kanievsky, I'll tell you a beautiful chumrah. It sounds like Gaelim's into chumras today. So Rav Chaim Kanievsky wore his tallis like this, right? That's it, right? So it says in Mishnah Berurah that l'chumrah, you wear your tallis in your head for the whole davening. For the whole davening. So they asked Rav Chaim, what about Kriyas HaTorah? Chaim said, Kriyas HaTorah is part of davening. Now that's a high level chumrah. It gets warm even without the atara. It still gets warm. But with the atara, forget about it. But l'maisa, definitely for Shema, for Shemoneh Esrei, it brings Yirah Shamayim. The Shemura says we put the talus over your head, it brings Yirah Shamayim. And to end with the words of the Maral. The Maral says, why do you have a talus over your head? He says it's blinders. It's Mamash the Maral writes it. Keeps you focused. Keeps you focused. You're like this, there's only that much you can see in the world of ADHD. I think it's a beautiful thing. Have a fabulous rest of your day.